Welcome to the Secret Underground Laboratory Recovery and Salvage, where rude mechanicals do magic. Hello, I'm Bronze Age, Director of the Secret Underground Laboratory Recovery and Salvage, and today on Chair Hospital, we're going to save a cane bottom chair from the landfill. The cane in question actually comes from a vine called rattan, and the rattan vine itself, in various sizes from this big to this little, can be made into furniture all by itself. In this case, what they do is they strip off the outer skin of the vine, which makes this very strong, very hard fiber, and weave it together to make seat bottoms. Cane furniture goes back to the days of the early Egyptians and probably even before that. But for modern furniture, it starts with a seat frame with an open bottom and all these holes all the way around it. And the strip of the cane is pulled out one hole, put in another, and then they start over and they come back and they weave it all together. And all of this is done by hand. And when it's done, you want it tight as a tennis racket. Incredible amount of skill and practice goes into it, and very labor intensive. With the Industrial Revolution, they came up with a machine that could actually weave the cane mat, and they would lay it across a chair like this, which had this groove, and pieces of wood called splines were driven down in there, which would pull it tight. Much cheaper, but still a good bit of work. This chair is the spline type, and these chips along this edge here indicate it's probably been caned at least one time before. And if I'm fortunate, I can peel the spline up, and if they didn't use some kind of horrible glue, which it appears, yeah, well, the glue stuck in a few places. Since I'm not putting the cane back in, I don't have to get all of this stuff completely out of here. And why am I not putting the cane back in? Well, first off, I don't know how. I could probably learn it in a couple years. I don't really have that much time. But if this chair were taken to a skilled caner just to have this piece done, even with it pre-woven and all that, we're talking about $200 in my neighborhood. And I say that in my neighborhood because this is a nice chair, but it would never be mistaken for a fine antique. People who work on fine antiques, Louis XIV stuff, that sort of thing. This kind of job, especially the one with the holes, could run into hundreds up to thousands of dollars. And that's just not a practical option when all you want is a chair that you can sit in without falling through. The solution is just to replace the cane seat with a wooden one, but to do it artfully. In this case, artfully means something nice and attractive the customer can put a cushion over and not leave the chair full of nail holes like this poor thing endured. Although it's not absolutely necessary, I like to put masking tape around the edge. That gives me a 1-inch margin, and I can look at it and see exactly how the new seat cover is going to look in proportion to the seat frame. You don't want something that's going to look so out of place. It's obvious to everybody that it doesn't really belong there. Across the front, it's going to be 14 inches. And all the way to the back is 11. And ordinarily I would make these marks in pencil. The pencil doesn't show up on camera. And this is going to be the bottom side, so none of it's going to show. that's our layout. Even though all these lines are straight, the two longest ones are not square to the side of the board. So the most practical way to cut them out is on the bandsaw. And sometimes the camera doesn't cooperate, but this is what it looks like afterwards. This corner, I want something that matches that curve right there. And this just happens to be handy and the right size. And that calls for a trip to the belt sander. This is the Lab CAB standing station. It starts with a Ryobi 36x4 belt sander, which I've been waiting 20 years for it to wear out or break, which it refuses to do, like all my other Ryobi power tools, which are on schedule to be replaced by something better as soon as they quit working. This refuses to quit. The dust collection goes around here to a cyclonic dust separator, goes around back then to a Dayton shop vac, and on the back here I've got a regular window fan with a 24x24 air conditioning filter, because these belt sanding collection systems don't really catch all that much. And all three are wired into this control box so that they all come on at the same time. I've clamped this board under here just to give me a third hand. And the pieces that keep the seat from sliding around are just a few pieces of scrap whatever I had laying around. Put a nice coat of Tight Bond on here. I think this is Tight Bond 2. Don't think it really makes a difference for this application. It's going to hold no matter what. And I get this lined up, eyeballing it, making sure I got the top up right, and it looks nice and centered on the seat. And I'm going to use a clamp that never goes away, in this case 1/2" brad. I just want to get it started. I'm not going to put a ball peen hammer underneath here. And I can drive it without everything coming apart. Do that 5 more times and this job is finished. This is how we actually pay the rent at the lab. Take a customer who has a chair that's not safe to sit in, give them something that allows it to function again. And the best part is, when it's artfully done, in the future, if they want to have it caned, there's no damage to the chair, there's no reason they can't take this piece out, have it recaned, and it's back to original condition. Certainly better than driving a bunch of nails through it. So, this is Bronze Age for the Secret Underground Laboratory Recovery and Salvage. Thank you for watching this video. We'd really appreciate a thumbs up. And subscribe if you haven't already. Try to put out a video a week on lamps or furniture. If you have any questions on furniture repair, lamp repair, lighting repair, chandeliers, any of that sort of stuff, feel free to put it in the comments, and I respond to all, and I appreciate all of them. Again, thank you for watching.